Welcome back to Daily Encouragements. I'm here with Charlotte. This
Hi,
is
Sean.
Jaden's girlfriend. Hi, Charlotte. And I've been very impressed with Charlotte recently. She's been doing some amazing things with her brand new business. And I wanted to just ask her a few questions. Charlotte is already crying. Charlotte's very emotional. So, through the tears, I would like to ask Charlotte some questions about how she got going, why she got going, what motivated her, what encouraged her, what discouraged her, so that hopefully the rest of us can learn from it and be encouraged with it. So, Charlotte, what is it that you're doing? Besides from crying right now, what is it you're
Yeah,
doing?
I'm doing a florist business.
Yep.
So I make flowers and I sell them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Charlotte's not crying because we're beating her. She's. Why are you crying, Charlotte? Because you're happy?
Yes.
Yes.
It means a lot when you get compliments when you did work hard and then you get someone to recognize that.
Yeah.
Even though, I'm not saying you need to receive compliments all the time, but it's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've done well. So you deserve the compliments.
Yeah, that's why I'm crying. Thank you.
So we'll put some pictures up on the screen of some of the flowers you've done. You've done some really good
Wow.
flowers.
Thank you.
But let me be honest, and you know this already. I don't care about flowers.
Yeah.
I don't care whether they look good or not. That it doesn't mean anything to me. But what does mean something means a lot to me is the fact that you got going, that you started, you tried something that you don't have any professional experience in. You've never worked in a flower shop. You've just started this skill. How long have you been making bouquets?
Maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
So from the beginning, I was just interested, and then I took a four classes course.
Yep.
So I just learned the basic and actually learn the theory of it.
Right.
And then it was just starting as a hobby, and then I do some more research on color scheme. How do I make sense flower? How do I actually make them instead of just grabbing them together? So then every time my friends got birthdays, and then I would just wrap a bouquet for them, just as a practice.
Clever. So you
Yeah.
used the hobby that you were developing. You used that hobby to bless others, to help others, and you took the opportunities of birthdays and
Yeah.
anniversaries and all of that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What made you take the jump from it just being a hobby, something you're interested in, to trying it as a business?
It's because Jaden encouraged me.
Yeah.
So it's that when a conversation we have, I said I want to learn more. Maybe I'll go for another course,
Yeah.
which cost me $3,000 for 4 lessons.
Wow.
So he said, why don't you just take all those money to buy flowers? You just play with it.
Yeah.
And then maybe you can challenge yourself to make a bouquet or play with flowers every week.
Wow.
And you put it up to see if anyone is going to buy it or interested.
So when you say you're putting it up, Charlotte's putting it up on a local Facebook group
Right.
that a lot of people in this town subscribe to, and to see if people can buy them.
Yeah. So
And the first time you put a picture up, did you get any sales?
no,
What about the second time?
no,
Third time?
no.
How many posts did you put up before you got a sale?
Maybe around 5 or 6.
Wow. So you had 5 or 6 opportunities to give up.
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
I probably have more than 5 to 6. I can't really remember.
Why
But-
didn't you give up?
Because that's not the point. I don't want to make sale. That was a byproduct.
Right.
If someone buy it, that's great. I make some money, cover the cost.
Okay.
But if not, I still gain the practice chance. I've got to play with flowers. That's something I enjoy.
Yeah.
And if not, then it's fine because I'm doing it anyway. So I
So
didn't give up.
what would you say your main objective was? Your main objective was to learn?
To learn more skills, to make myself more experienced with play with flowers. Got different flowers that got different features and stuff. So as long as you try and play with them, then you learn something else.
Right.
And then to get better, to practice actually. And then it's more like hobby. Just allow yourself to indulge yourself, spending money, doing something that you love,
Yeah.
regardless.
So you were giving yourself a lot of room there to play,
Yeah.
to practice,
Yeah.
and then also there was potential there for profit.
Business. Yeah.
Yeah. And recently, I think in the last 2 weeks,
Yeah.
you've just tried a new model, and tell people about what that model is.
So that was the subscription model. I've actually launched 2 type. The first type is not that successful, which is Sean told me about it. So I said to people, I can deliver 4 bouquet for you with card. I remember the special days for you. So let's say your anniversary is coming up. I will remember it for you. And then a week prior, I'll message you, say, hey, your anniversary is coming up. What flower do you want to give your wife or your partner? And then, so they sign up for that. And then they just don't have to worry about anything else, which is just 4 bouquet for the whole year round. The second plan is a weekly basis thing, which is like relatively, it's much more popular. I don't want to say it's like a huge thing, but it did hit a lot of audience and quite a lot of people joined. So I'll deliver fresh flower for them every week, and then they pay like on a monthly basis. Yeah.
So you tried one first model, which was you were going to do 4 bouquets a year,
Yeah.
1 a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And then that didn't quite work that well. So you changed
Yeah.
your strategy and you went to a weekly strategy.
Right.
And now you've got almost, 20
15.
clients, 15 clients.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal. That first client that you get is the hardest client. And
Yeah.
you jump from 0 to 15.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. So I just want to highlight a few little things that I recognize that you did. The first thing is you followed a passion. You didn't just do something for the sake of profit. You followed a passion. You were going to play with it regardless.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that's important for people who want to be encouraged. You don't have to do stuff for the sake of it. Do stuff that you enjoy. And when you enjoy whatever it is, maybe down the road there'll be some benefit beyond the enjoyment, but do it for the enjoyment itself.
Yeah.
And I think when people are passionate, they're going to attract resources, they're going to attract people, they're going to attract the right opportunities through that passion, not because it's profitable. People who are in profitable businesses are often the unhappiest. So do something you're passionate about. The next thing you did is you played. So you had a passion, but you didn't just leave it as a passion in secret. You played with it. You experimented. You tried different things. And then a thing I really like, as someone who likes business, is that you didn't commit to one strategy and become religious about it, and that's all we're doing. We're just doing this model, or we've got to educate the market. You adapted. You shifted. You played. You changed. And so when you tried the second, third, fourth model, I don't know how many iterations you had, that's the thing that clicked.
Yeah.
And then you stuck with that. And I think unless you were willing to play with something you were passionate about, you wouldn't have found the right strategy.
Before, as a hobby, I don't really know how do I make money, or like it sounds very difficult. Like there's not many people that buy flowers, like a few $100.
Yeah.
So it's quite a lot. So I don't know how to make this work, to be honest. Like I think I want to do it, but I'm not sure how. So I don't know. I was just like, okay, let's try this. Oh, if this doesn't work, I'm not losing anything.
Right. So
I
you
just
had the
did it.
courage to just give it a go, even though you didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that limits most people.
I think it's like wise. I'm not that smart, but I think people around me are smart and they're successful in what they're doing. There are people that I admire that I'll listen to their advice.
Yeah, but you did it. You jumped through the hoops and you played and you took the potential risk of failing.
Yeah.
So no matter how clever the people are around you, you're the one who did it. You got it done.
Thank you.
So if someone would to come to you today, Charlotte, and say, listen, I've got this passion and I really enjoy it, would you advise them to try and make it into an opportunity, something they can pursue as a career? Would you advise them, no, just keep it as a hobby? What would you tell them?
I think you try first.
Okay.
You try to make it happen. Okay, let's say I'm making flowers as a hobby at first, and then I turn it into business, but I really hate sacrificing what I do. Like, I don't want to be a robot to just make bouquet at a like ugly and then just cut the cost. If I don't feel comfortable about it, then I can adjust the method of doing it.
Right.
I don't have to go from 100 to like $20 cost.
Right.
I can just say, okay, maybe 50. Can we try to make 50 profit and 50% is what you still happy about to giving out?
Right.
And then if you really don't like that, then just keep it as hobby. Or sit and wait. Just keep developing yourself, equip yourself, and then when you see opportunities coming up, then try and grab it. Maybe you fail though, which doesn't make a huge difference if you still like that thing.
Exactly. So if you keep it in the realm of just playing, then it doesn't matter if you fail because it's just a hobby.
Yeah.
But then you've developed your skills. So if you want to move it over to something that's profitable, that you've got a momentum behind you, you figured out some of the mistakes.
Yeah.
And then it's a much wiser move.
Yes.
So just to close, Charlotte, we got some people listening, hopefully. What would you say to them to encourage them to give something a go, to play with it?
Know yourself. If you believe in yourself, then you can try. If you're doing something that you love, even though you're not getting any money back, but it's still fine because you enjoy it.
Yeah.
All the way.
Absolutely. And you really enjoy this, don't you?
Yeah.
I want to say to close that the thing that I've enjoyed watching you from a distance is, again, I don't care about the flowers. I don't care about the bouquet. I don't know if it's pretty or ugly. I have no idea. And I don't care to learn. But what I've enjoyed is seeing you come to a boundary or a ceiling or a question or a frustration and stick at it and figure something out and learn and try or potentially sacrifice this thing or that thing and move and shift. And I think that's been, for me personally, it's been very encouraging. Whenever I've heard about some of your wins, I'll go home and I'll say, Bonnie, Charlotte just did this. I can't believe she did that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I'll see your posts on Facebook and I'll think, oh, you've improved the coloring of this, or you've changed the angle of that, or you changed the background. And I've seen you incrementally get better and better and better. And if we go back to your first posts and your first bouquets, they weren't that great.
Yeah.
But the thing I love about it is you gave it a go. And that's encouraging. And I think that story of not being perfect when you arrive, but playing to a place where it becomes something useful, I think is incredibly powerful. And just for everyone, Charlotte's just a normal girl. She's not like a highly trained florist, or, she's not completely fancy. You're not the most artistic person on the planet with tattoos and face things going on. You're just a very subtle person. And so if you've got a creative passion, if you've got something that you want to play with, experiment with, you can turn it into something really fun. Whether it be a hobby or profitable, doesn't matter. You're expressing some of your passion.
Yeah.
And despite all the obstacles and all the difficulties and all the questions and voices in your head, you've kept at it. And I think that's the most impressive thing. And for me personally, it's the most encouraging thing.
Thank you, Sean.
So thank you. Tune in tomorrow.